Hey there, YouTube. This is a 1983 Johnson 15 horsepower Seahorse with the the power head removed. The reason it was removed is because I was having cooling issues. It all started when I purchased this outboard. It started fine, but I didn't get any water out of the telltale from these 83s are down here, coming out of this little black piece here. So I immediately suspected the impeller. I removed the leg and replaced it with a brand new impeller. Here's the leg. Excuse the mess. It's a big project right now. Removed the leg, installed a new impeller, new seals, and all that other good stuff. This was a salt uh, used outboard, so there was a lot of salt stuck in the water pickup tube that leads inside the leg up to the power head. So there was a lot of salt corrosion in there. So after I replaced the impeller, I was a little skeptical of the thermostat. I went ahead and also replaced this thermostat on the head unit and found a ton of corrosion, ton of buildup on there. You could tell it was time for the thermostat to be replaced. So after replacing this thermostat, replacing the head gaskets, reinstalling everything, I still had no water flow. And then I separated the power head from the water pickup tube and the exhaust tube. So this is the tube that sucks your water in, this long one here, and gives it to the block. This one is your outlet. So once the water is ran through your engine, majority of it's going to come down here, and the other half will go out of your telltale. So the reason I didn't have any flow was because these two ports were completely blocked. You can tell one of them I ended up clearing out. The seal in there was completely shot, deteriorated because of the salt. Ended up like this, completely blocking the area. I mean, there's no chance you can even clear that out with anything, because the way that the angle of the bend is, you can't get a rod up there. I mean, you can really try if you have something strong enough, but I just didn't have anything, and that's it's really solid. It's gonna take a while to take that off. So I have my parts ordered from marineengine.com. They should be coming by Saturday. In the meantime, I'll be giving this a good cleanup. It definitely freaking needs it. I'm going to be recoiling my starter here, since I kind of screwed that up a little bit. And, readjusting the carburetor and all that. Let me show you guys the power head here. So this is the bottom half of the power head. You can tell these water passages as well. They are corroded. You can see they're filled with salt and stuff. This one is not too bad. This is not too bad here. This guy right here, this is blocked. That's going to completely restrict your water flow. I noticed when I was running the outboard that the head would get extremely hot. So by touch of hand, I wasn't able to keep my hand on there for much too long. Let me go ahead and flip this over. So it's pretty tough for me to show you exactly what it is, since I have this lower exhaust portion still on there. Great, water leaking. But when I would have the outboard running, I would just leave my hand running here, feeling here for a little while, and man, I tell you, it was hot within the first minute or two. So I decided to take it out, figure out the issue before I cause damage, and go from there. So the cylinder head on these outboards, these bolts here. There's 6 bolts. This is very easy to take off. And inside this water jacket here, the thermostat's right here. And the thermostat, if you have a salt water outboard, you'll probably be very, 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 very corroded inside there. Mine was extremely bad. Also cleaned out all these jets in here. I cleaned out the areas of water where the cylinders are. They all had some salt in there. I cleaned it out, flushed it the best I could. So I had to end up removing the power unit there. This was my old thermostat. If you can tell, I mean, that's plugged. That's gonna be very, very hard to open once it's plugged like that. I mean, look at that. Looks like the original from 1983. So if you have a saltwater outboard and you're having issues cooling, don't rule out that grommet. I mean, if your outboard is designed that way, I would never expected it, but it runs, it's idle, sounds really freaking good. So I'm extremely excited to get this baby going out on the water pretty soon here. It wasn't that hard to take everything apart either. It took me, I would say, right about an hour. I didn't look at any instructions online. I just kind of went in for it. Took these 6 bolts out from underneath. Unscrewed the 3 mounts, one down there, one here. Removed my fuel line to the fuel pump. The water escape line with telltale line. It's really easy. Disconnected the throttle right here. And remove my starter since it was in the way. So yeah, I don't expect this is going to be very hard to put back together either. If you're mechanically inclined, should be relatively easy. So hopefully I have a follow-up video for you guys pretty soon on how the outcome is and whether it's cooling or not. Alright, peace.